Call us for our trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
You're listening to
Northern Light Public Radio
on 102.7
KCHW. Tooele.
KCHW headlines. I'm Lavonne Ellis. The snowpack in our state is far below normal levels, in some places less than half what an average winter might bring. There's not much hope for more snow in the months ahead, and that could mean drought, possibly affecting Washington's water supply. It's partly due to climate change, but also to El Nino conditions, pushing warm tropical air into the Pacific Northwest. State officials have broadened an investigation into a Port Orchard-based mobile home park management company after several communities reported public health hazards such as contaminated water and backed-up raw sewage. Mobile home tenants in parks owned by Hearst & Son say they have smelly tap water, E. coli outbreaks, and exposure to raw sewage. Police in Washington would be breaking the law if they lie during an interrogations if a bill in the House passes. The bill would make a defendant's statements inadmissible in court if police use deceptive tactics to get those statements. A new study from WSU identifies specific neurons that explain why cannabis gives you the munchies. Researchers turned off those neurons in lab rats exposed to THC and found that the rats lost interest in food. The hope is to use their findings to help people with anorexia or obesity. For KCHW 102.7, I'm Lavonne Ellis.
Good morning. It's a KCHW Morning Show. Today is Wednesday, February 7th. I'm here joined live with Sharon Ludwig, Lavonne Ellis, and sooner or a little bit later at 8 o'clock, we're going to be joined by Kristine Dowell. She's the community outreach specialist with Country Chevrolet.
Oh, fun.
She's going to be here talking about some of their community programs they have going on.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that. How are you guys doing this morning?
I'm awake.
Good.
Yeah?
Me too.
Good. I would like to be asleep. The 6 o'clock came a little early this morning.
Oh, yeah. And I pushed that snooze a couple times.
Yeah, we got a couple family members that are sick, so I've been I'm sleeping on the couch right now. So.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, trying to. It's not
again.
It's not the big C. It's just a cold we picked up the other day at Winterfest. But
Yeah.
the rest of them were inside. I was outside running around all day, and
Yeah.
I think something was going around inside a couple of the buildings, but it's nothing major. A little bit of sore throat, a little bit of stuffy nose, but they're getting better already. But yeah, so
good.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and kick things off with a little bit of weather. See how things are going out there today. It's a little bit wet and not freezing, but not warm either. This weather is just it just kind of wears on you. This just sort of cold, drizzly, like be winter or not,
Yeah.
So today we have a high of 44 degrees with cloudy skies, 34 degrees overnight with more cloudy skies, maybe even some snow showers after midnight. The mix and snow of rain is continuing through the morning with 41 degrees for a high, 30 for the low tomorrow. Then Sunday or Friday we might have some clouds coming out. Some sun. We're gonna have some clouds in the morning and then some sun in the afternoon. See, I am not even.
I thought we already had the clouds, so
right?
Yeah.
Wow, clouds in the
sunshine.
morning.
Wow.
Yeah, a little bit of sunshine in the afternoon, but temperatures are starting to cool off a little bit. The high will be up to 42, but the low 25. It's actually going to get below freezing a little bit. Then Saturday, 41 and 31 with partly cloudy skies and maybe a little bit of sun peeking out here and there. But then Sunday, the rain and snow comes back with a mix of rain and snow, 41 and 32. Monday, the rain and snow is going to continue on again, 42 and 29 for the low. So we might actually get some snow on the ground. But then Tuesday, 41 degrees and 30 for the low with mostly cloudy skies. And again, maybe a little bit of sun peeking through. So just kind of a mixed bag over the next few days. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. And we're going to go on to
Sounds like spring to me.
Yeah.
Right? I've looked ahead. There's a one of my I use AccuWeather online and obviously clearly not accurate, but they have a 90-day forecast, and I do love it. I know it's not accurate that far out, but I do love it when you can look in the forecast and actually see the springtime weather in the forecast.
Oh, nice. Nice.
When you can see it get up in the 60s and 70s and
Yeah.
and sunny weather.
When?
Not soon enough, Lavonne. Not soon enough.
Oh, okay.
I do worry a little bit about the lack of snow. I know we've had a lot of rain, but the rain just kind of soaks into the ground and goes away within a few days.
Yeah.
It's the snow that really keeps that fire danger down in the spring.
Yeah.
I've been walking my dog over at the park, and the creek is really running high and fast.
Mm-hmm.
All that melting snow is coming
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was a little bit worried because we have a creek in our yard. When we had that cold weather, it almost completely froze over, which I've never seen before.
Wow.
And then we had all the warm weather and all the snow right after that cold snap we had a few weeks ago. But luckily, the warm that came afterwards was it was gradual enough to just melt and not flood. I was worried it would just break all that ice up and jam up all the culverts, but
Right.
it didn't do too bad. It didn't do too bad.
That's good.
Yeah. So I have here, oops, goodness gracious. I was looking up the school lunch menu and it was showing me January school lunches, which last I checked, January was last month. But I have the right calendar up here. Today we have for breakfast, the schools are having mini cinnies, a variety of cereal, some fresh fruit juice, and their choice of milk with breakfast. Then on the lunch menu, it looks like my computer's going slow again here. They have teriyaki dippers, mashed potatoes, green beans, bread, whole wheat bread, fresh veggies, fresh fruit, and their choice of milk. Teriyaki dippers. That sounds pretty good.
With mashed potatoes. That sounds weird.
That's an odd combination, but you know what?
Yeah.
I'll allow it. I'll try it.
Okay.
Looking forward to next week on February 14th. They have a little heart on their menu.
Aw.
You guys, you have any big Valentine's plans with Gino, Sharon?
No.
No. Are you allowed to go visit him now?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. I know there were some issues going on over the hospital. How's he doing? Do you mind telling us?
Well, he went in for a surgery in at Holy Family last week,
Okay.
a week ago yesterday, and they cleaned out his infection one more time, and he's now up in Buena Vista, and he'll just be there for a short while he's. Surgery takes everything out of you, and he was barely walking before, so he's just got to get that energy back and be able to walk again, and then he'll be home.
Well, I know everybody out there listening is wishing him the best. Everybody in town knows and loves Gino. So.
Yeah, it was kind of fun. He checked in yesterday, and all kinds of people came in and saw him and said, "Hi, we're so glad you're back, but we're so sad you're here." You know, that kind of thing. So glad to see you, and they're just so nice up there.
Aw. And which hospital is he at?
He's at a convalescent center, Buena Vista.
Okay.
Yeah, it's up north of Walmart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Great. Well, I wish him the best. I hope he has a good recovery. He's been put through the ringer lately.
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
oh man, both
This is
the
his
whole family
trial.
has.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Everybody has different trials. This is his.
Yeah, they do. Yes, they do. All right, so let's go ahead and do you want to do some bits and breaks first, Sharon, or do you want to get right into the events?
I don't care. Bits and breaks sounds fun.
Let's start things off with a little bit of bits and breaks. Let's do some of the
Okay.
fun stuff first, and then we'll get into the community stuff, because we have, like I said, we have Kristine coming on. She is telling us about their Country Chevrolet's community outreach program. I'll go ahead and get things started. So this first question is: if you could replace your car horn with any audio, what would you want it to sound like?
Would I want it to be cute and pretty or aggressive? It
Get out of
depends
the
on
way.
my mood.
I don't know if I'm in the right spot.
Do I have road rage?
Right. I used to have when I was in high school, being the dumb kid I was. I installed one of those horns that played all the different songs, and you had a little keypad in the dashboard that you could change the songs, and you could play all different songs. Of course, my favorite, from all the old movies in the '70s, La Cucaracha. I'd run around playing that on my horn.
Oh, that's
La
funny.
cucaracha, that's great.
My neighbors loved me. I just sit out in the driveway and play songs over and over again. I had that, and then I had next to that installed it was an old used horn from a semi truck that I installed in my little 2-door Toyota pickup.
Oh.
People love that. Hear me coming wah, wah, down the street. So great.
I had a friend who had a loudspeaker on top of his old pickup truck that played opera, which I thought was pretty cool. How about opera?
Wow, that would be kind of cool. Be like the what is the Flight of the Valkyries coming in?
Yeah, something like that.
And
Yeah.
and I had a friend who'd come over, and his horn was the sound of a cow, and he was a farmer. I mean, he lived in a farming family, and they'd take it out to the field and they'd put the sound, and then all the cows would come to feed him. But the kids in the neighborhood would come running whenever he was at our house because they wanted to hear that horn.
That's awesome.
Yeah, what was it? A moo?
Yeah, something like that. So,
I love it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love driving by. There's the buffalo farm on the left as you head out of town, and they have like I've seen them out there, and they have like an SUV that they put the hay in the back of it, and then you see every once in a while you see all the buffalo there, and
where is this?
It's just right at the top of the hill, right as you leave town. There's a bunch of buffalo out there.
Well, I go to town quite often. We're talking about the big cities, Spokane, right?
No, right out here, right outside Chewelah, right.
I know, but we're going towards
North or south?
Yes. Yeah, heading south.
Heading south.
Heading
Okay.
south, yeah.
Okay. I guess I just have missed it because there used to be buffalo down by Loon Lake, and then those are all gone. There was a bunch right there by the pizza place.
Was that recent? Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
That was maybe it was last summer, but then all of a sudden they were gone, and somebody said they were all in people's freezers. But I don't know if that's true or not.
Well, I haven't seen them in a while. That might have been the place. I suffer from directional dyslexia.
Ooh.
Which is you're lucky I knew the difference between north and south.
Oh, okay.
My father is one of those guys you could ship him on a plane anywhere in the world with a blindfold on, spin him around 10 times, pull off his blindfold, and he could point which direction was north, south, east, and west. And
oh, my.
I have to live somewhere for a few years before I can memorize which one is north, south, east. Some people have an internal compass. Some people just don't. And I get lost in my own neighborhood.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not good with directions. Thank goodness for Google Maps. I don't know how I did it.
And even that's not always accurate.
Right.
Especially the one that tells you how to get there. Because I've been places and it said, "You are here," and I'm looking around. I'm going, "No, I'm not here."
Or next thing you know, you're doing like circles in the middle of a neighborhood.
Oh yeah.
In the wrong city. Yeah. Yeah. It usually gets you where you're going, but it doesn't always take you the smartest route.
Oh yeah.
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 So did you find where we are, Sharon?
Yeah, I saw it now.
Okay, good. So why don't you tell us about these flight attendant requests? These are interesting.
Okay, a survey of 3,000 flight attendants revealed some of the strange requests made of them. The most common crazy requests they hear at 35,000 feet are, "Can you open the window?" And "Can you show me to the shower?" I wouldn't have thought of either one of those. But other requests that they've heard is it possible to fly lower so that we can see more of what's on the ground? Can you take my children to the playroom? Oh, I didn't know they had a playroom.
I just thought that was going to end it. Can you take my children, please?
Oh, yeah. I have dropped my glass eye. Please, can you help me find it? Oh, my.
Oh, my God.
That one's legit. That's a legit question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you turn the engines down because they're too noisy? And can the captain stop the turbulence? No, I don't think he can do that.
Yeah, that's not really something.
So, in your line of work, what's the strangest thing a customer has ever asked of you or requested? Can you think of anything?
Oh, well, not this line of work.
Yeah.
Radio. When I was a waitress, what did I get requested? I just got jokes like, "I want a waitress on toast." That was a favorite. Yeah. I was cuter then.
Wow.
That's a good pickup line.
I used to work in
It didn't work.
That didn't work?
No.
So charming. Wow. I used to work in catering, and at one point we had a customer. They had live music, and we had a dance floor set up in the ballroom, and somebody requested dirt on the dance room floor.
Dirt?
Dirt. They wanted to put dirt down so they could like slide around, easier on the floor.
Don't you just use cornstarch for that?
Right. I think that's.
Yeah,
I think
I
we
think
actually
so.
did end up putting something down for them, but or we were going to, and we told them no, you can't put dirt on our floor. Because it was like one of those snap together like parquet wood floors. Those
Yeah,
are used for dances.
yeah.
We're like,
Yeah.
no, please don't put dirt on our floor. And sure enough, we came in later, and they had gone out and grabbed like a 5-gallon bucket of dirt.
Oh,
And
my.
poured it on the floor. And we're like, what are you doing to our floor? And we stopped and cleaned it up, and had the janitorial service come and clean it up, and they were upset.
Oh my
'cause,
God.
They had done all
Wow.
this work to put the dirt on the floor. And I think that's what we ended up doing because they were a little upset. We ended up putting
Yeah.
some cornstarch down on the floor.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's cornstarch, but it's something white, because I've
Yeah.
been somewhere where they put something white down, whether it was cornstarch or...
I'm pretty sure it was cornstarch. So
Yeah.
by the end of the night, everyone was covered in white powder.
Yeah.
So that was
I
a fun
never
one.
heard of that.
Yeah, it helps you slide around when you're doing
Oh,
the
okay.
cha-cha slide or whatever. Yeah, so
Well,
hey, Lavonne, tell us 4
Yeah.
things we didn't know yesterday.
okay. Well, when you get a kidney transplant, which happens so often, they usually leave your original
What?
kidneys in your body and put the third kidney in there. What? I didn't know that. Well, that's 4 things I didn't know
Wow.
yesterday. Okay.
A third
Kool-Aid
kidney.
was originally marketed as Fruit Smack.
Oh, my.
I think smack has a different meaning nowadays.
I think so, too.
I had heard that.
The U.S. in World War II created a bomb that used bats that would carry small incendiary charges. Ooh.
That
Aw.
is just, like, gross.
Poor little
Yeah,
bats.
the poor
Yeah.
bats.
I-
Poor people.
Wow,
And-
bats are my favorite creature. Probably my
Oh.
absolute favorite. I love them to death. They're so adorable. I just want to pinch their cute little cheeks all
Oh.
the time. I love them. So adorable.
I know some people love bats. Other people are terrified of them. I'm sort of halfway in between. I don't.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't go out and like touch them or pet them or hold them in
Yeah.
my hand or anything. But I would
I
want to.
appreciate them for their role in ecology,
Mm-hmm.
and all the mosquitoes they eat. I love that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I don't think of them as cute. Okay, and Norway has the world's longest road tunnel, which stretches an astonishing 15 miles. I wonder if that's one of those that goes underwater, like to Denmark or something.
Wow.
I think I've heard of that one.
It seems like
Yeah.
it probably is.
I would have such claustrophobia. I would not be able to drive under there. No.
I'm waiting for the underground water tunnel so we can drive to Hawaii.
No, thank you.
No, not me either.
Come on, engineers, get to work.
Well, how long are the tunnels over at in Idaho at that place where you bicycle? Oh shoot!
I don't know.
The name was in my head. And now it's gone.
A place where you bicycle in Idaho.
Yeah, it's over by Kellogg, and
Oh.
you go and you get a bicycle and you ride out on the old railroad. Yeah,
Oh, cool.
yeah, and it's like, I guess they're only a couple miles long because the whole route is 17 miles. Yeah, but there's several of them that you have to use.
And they're tunnels?
Yeah, they're tunnels. They're railroad tunnels, and you have to
Oh.
use headlamps. They won't let you ride them without them.
Oh, really cool.
Yeah,
That makes
yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Kellogg, Idaho. My grandmother's maiden name was Kellogg, and her family's from that area. And the
Oh.
Kellogg, Idaho,
Oh.
was from my
Yeah.
my grandmother's family.
Yeah, halfway
named
through
after.
the show, I'll remember the name and I'll shout it out.
Wow.
You could Google it.
Yep.
So let's go ahead. We have about 20 minutes till we need to get to break. Let's go ahead and get our events out of the way.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. You know, it's not as aren't having as much as we did a month ago, but we're still having exciting things happening in Chihuahua.
You know, in a way for that, I am grateful because, man, I need a break.
Yeah. So today, Wednesday, February 7th, of course, we have soft pickleball at the middle school for those 18 and over from 9 to 11, and Wednesdays are especially for beginners. Then tonight at the Center for the Arts, we have the Sit and Knit, and we also have Fired Up Pizza has bingo tonight. Tomorrow, Chuck, as far as I know, you can just stay home. I have nothing on the schedule for tomorrow, Thursday.
All right, that's it. I'm just going to stay home, guys. No morning show, no radio. I'm just gonna stay home.
But Friday, Nothing to Lose Singer Series, the Disney Classics at 7 p.m., $20, and you get your refreshments, and it's going to be a great show.
Do you have any idea do you have any names that you can tease us with who's going to be singing? Do you know?
Some of the regular people, but we have some new ones. I know that Tammy Baxter, at the chamber office, she's going to sing.
I've heard she sings. I've
Yeah,
never heard her.
yeah.
I would be excited to hear that.
And I guess there's a couple other new ones that we haven't heard before. So, no, I don't have the lineup. And Janet does that on purpose because it changes till the last minute till they start singing.
Yeah.
You know, so we don't publish a program or anything.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You know, a little teaser. So Friday at 4 p.m., we're going to have right here on the radio station some of the folks from Winterfest are going to, from the planning committee, we're going to come here. We're going to do a little recap of the event and,
fun.
and answer some questions. And we're going to have Tim on, and we're going to go over the winners of the events and the winners of the art contests and talk a little bit about, you know, the things that worked, the things that didn't, get some community feedback and try to see what we can insert into future events and talk about the next event.
So that's Friday at 4.
Yeah, Friday at 4 p.m. right here on KCHW. We'll put it out on our Facebook feed and our YouTube feed.
So if you want to have your input, listen, and they'll let you listen on Facebook, and they'll let you have some comments.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We'll get something out on our Facebook page, letting everybody know about it, and a place to leave your questions.
Yeah, that's
leave your
very good.
feedback. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because sometimes people say, nobody asked me.
Right.
And you are asking them.
We are. We're asking you. What would you like to see? What do you think worked? What do you think didn't? Let us know what you think.
Okay.
Or just tell us how awesome we were.
Well, and we were awesome. Yeah, Chihuahua was awesome.
It was a fun event. I enjoyed it. By the end of the night, though, I wasn't able to do my closing sort of statement because I didn't have any voice left. I lost my voice.
You were talking all day long.
I never
it was
stopped
great.
running my mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so also on Friday, so those are two great events, 7 and 4. There's adult pickleball in the morning, 9 to 11:30 at the middle school, and up at 49 degrees north at their mountain resort at the Boomtown Bar is from 12 to 4. So you can get all three of these events in.
Yeah.
You know, is 2 stones, 1 bird. I don't know what that means. It says with special guests. And there's a picture here of, I believe that's a McQueen.
That is indeed a McQueen. I see Craig McQueen and a couple of his friends there.
Yeah, and so they're going to be up there Friday, then February 9th, and Saturday the 10th.
Cool.
Yeah. Then on Saturday also, Fired Up Pizza has 509's Finest Karaoke from 6 to 9. The Chihuahua Arts Guild annual meeting, 10 a.m. at the Chihuahua Center for the Arts. So if you'd like to know what's been going on with the Arts Guild, come to their annual meeting, or if you'd like to know what they're planning for this next year. They love to have visitors at their annual meeting. Yeah. And we also have regional wrestling at Liberty that day. And it looks to me like that's pretty close to the end of the wrestling tournament. Basketball's over. Baseball is going to start in a couple weeks.
What?
Well, they'll probably be practicing in the gyms, but it does start by the end of this month. They start baseball. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Sunday, Fired Up Pizza, Blues and Brews Jam at 4. Monday, adult pickleball, sit and knit at the Center for the Arts, and I keep wanting to announce this, and I keep forgetting it. The Brick Club at the library.
Yes.
from 3:30 to 4:30. Have you gone to that, Chuck?
I have not. I have not, but I would like to.
I'd like to have a report from someone who's gone to that.
Yeah, it does seem like fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you say a brick club or a book club?
Brick.
No, brick.
Like Lego.
Brick, like Lego bricks.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fun.
yeah. And I don't know if they get challenges or what they get when they come. I just would like to know more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would be interested to see what they're doing,
Inquiring
too.
minds want to know more.
I know there's been sort of a push for a year since I've been here for someone to start a brick club. We almost did one at the Makerspace, but COVID and all that,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
We're going to mark time by COVID.
it's that was the PCE. That's the pre-COVID era.
Oh, yeah.
Ironically, we're also now on the PCE. That's the post-COVID era. we need better acronyms, people.
Oh, yeah. And next Wednesday is February 14th, so it's Valentine's Day. And there are quite a few local restaurants and local places. I don't have a list of them, but you just watch. They're having specials for Valentine's Day. So you need to plan ahead. You need to get your reservations in. Or you stay home and have a private party.
Well, I know one of our sponsors, the Rusty Putter Bar and Grill, is having a Valentine dinner.
That's right.
Yeah,
they are.
Yeah, theirs is from 4 to 8.
And you have to have your reservations in, and I understand they're going quickly. So
Really?
yeah.
Okay.
So you
Well, there
need
you
to
go.
get them in.
There you go.
And then next weekend also, February 16th, 17th, and 18th is the Community Arts Show. And the Arts Guild puts that on every year. Normally it's in the Civic Center. But this year the Civic Center heater broke. The furnace broke. So they're going to be over at the Center for the Arts. They are planning lots of wonderful art. It'll be the same sort of thing. You know, there's communities. We've got a couple of schools that are going to be bringing art that have not brought art before. So
Very cool.
Yeah. So it will be a fun show. And we've got a lot of local artists that will be highlighted at that. And it's from on Friday and Saturday, it's from 1 to 5. And on Sunday, from 12 to 3.
I know it's cool, and it's sort of our. Of course, it's the Arts Guild show.
Yeah.
It doesn't really have anything to do with the Creative District, but it's sort of the beginning of a collaboration of sort of sharing resources, and we're going to help them. They came and helped us set up at the Light in the Darkness at the golf course a couple weeks ago, and they're using some of our equipment, and we're going to go help them set up for this show.
Oh.
So yeah,
Nice.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool.
Yeah.
You know,
And that's February 16, 17, and 18.
Yeah.
So that's something to look forward to. So,
a 3-day art show. That's pretty cool. Is it?
Yeah.
Is it 3 days?
Yep.
Oh, very
Friday,
nice.
Saturday, Sunday. And it's normally 3 days. So if you can't come one of the days, you can come another day. Or you can come twice. And because you won't get it all. you
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. And then looking ahead, the Arts Guild is planning a Recycled Arts Fest, April 4th.
Wow.
And they are having a spotlight gallery, a costume display, artisan vendors. It's on the same day as First Thursday Art Walk. And it's at the Aaron Huff Memorial Cultural Center. Oh, maybe that's the Creative District. That's not the Arts Guild, isn't it?
Oh.
I'm not
No,
sure.
I think that is the Arts Guild.
Okay,
I
because
think that's another sort of collaboration that.
okay, so they're using your space, and they're using some of the costumes that
Yes.
were made for the
Trash Parade Ball.
the
They're gonna
trash
be on
parade
display,
ball.
Yeah.
Oh, that is going to
Yeah.
be so fun. But the reason I talk about that now, it's not till April 4th, but they want recycled artists. And so they're looking for, if you are a recycled artist, or if that's something you'd like to try, they'd like to display and have your art there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, a great thing, a place my wife used to work at did, they call it the off the wall art sale, and we'd love to do something similar, where they'd get people to donate. You know, people scour secondhand stores and buy cheap art. You know, and I think one year they had a hotel that was remodeling, donate all the cheesy,
Oh, yeah?
mass-produced art they had in all the rooms, and they donate that art, and people would then just buy it for the frames and the canvas and paint over them and repurpose that art.
Oh.
And some of it, the artists before the auction would repurpose it and auction those off those special pieces. They'd either embellish the art that was there, or just paint over it and start over again. Or a lot of it was just they'd resell those frames with the canvases in them for cheap, so other people could have it for the materials.
I have kind of a funny story to go with that. Years ago, as part of the citywide yard sale, Community Celebrations had a yard sale out, and at that time we owned the building across from the STCU bank that Cities owns now.
Yeah.
And we had it out in that parking lot. And one fella brought us a whole bunch of really nice art. And we had it out. And what we did was, everything was a donation. We didn't put prices on anything. And he said he had gone through a divorce, and this was his wife's art, and he was giving it away. So it wasn't necessarily what she had painted, but it was her collection.
Yeah.
And some of the frames were just beautiful, and some of the art was just beautiful. But it was a really good find for people who knew about art.
I had a friend in high school that got a beautiful classic soft top Chevy Malibu for the same reason from after a divorce for almost nothing.
Oh.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Just so before we move on here, there's a couple things. Today is first Wednesday with Ted at the Chewelah Public Library, and then they have Tech Help at the Chewelah Library, and I believe that's our very own Brandon Hansen who's going to be at the library come on, move out of the way here. That's from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., and that is with the TED Regional Economic Development Specialist, Brandon Hansen. He'll be there for all your business needs. So you can call 509-684-4571 or email bwhansen@tedonline.com. And that's Ted with 2 Ds for a double dose of Brandon Wayne Hansen.
Or just show up at the library.
Yeah. Or just show up at the library. And then you can stick around at the library from 3 to 4 for Tech Help at the Chewelah Library. And I'm not sure if that's also Brandon or if that's someone else with the library.
It's probably some fourth grader.
Right? I can't figure out my phone. Is there a 7-year-old nearby?
Exactly.
Anybody?
The remote on the TV doesn't work anymore. In comes a 3-year-old. Yeah.
All right, so we really quick before we get going, don't scroll down, you guys. We have just a couple trivia questions. We're going to go to break a little bit early today because we do have our guest for the day.
And she's in the studio.
She is. We'll go ahead and get this out of the way, and then we'll take our break, and then come back with Kristine Dowell from Country Chevrolet. It'll be fun. Yeah, we scheduled this a while ago. I've been looking forward to this one. It's going to be a fun one. So, moving on to trivia. 2/3 of this household chore is done by women. And
cooking.
In my house, it is 0/3. It is all me. It is not cooking.
Laundry?
Laundry. It is laundry.
Aha.
That'd be nice. I'd like it if someone else did my laundry. I do everyone else's laundry. And then I get yelled at.
Because you didn't do it right?
No, because nobody can ever find their stuff.
Oh.
It goes on the table in the laundry room, and I'm like, "There's your stuff. Go get it." And they don't get it, and then I get blamed for it being lost.
Oh, I have shelves in the laundry room, and when the kids were there, I had a basket for each kid, and I'd put their stuff in the basket.
Smart.
And if they wanted their stuff, they could take it from the basket, or they could take the basket up and put it in their room. Yep. But I didn't deliver.
Well, the problem is then they take the basket in their room, and the basket never makes it back to the laundry room.
Oh, yeah. You have to have a couple extra baskets.
Or you just take it and dump it on their bed and say, "Here's your laundry, kids."
Oh, yeah.
I'm taking the basket.
And then it ends up on the floor, and then you end up washing it again.
That's right. All right. So while the average president has dozens, George Washington had just one of these when he died.
Tooth? He had a tooth.
He had one tooth, and one tooth held
Seriously?
the rest. Yep.
I was just kidding.
Nope, he had one tooth. It held the rest of his false teeth in place.
Oh my goodness.
And I heard, I don't know if it's true, but I heard his false teeth were made out of wood.
Yeah, that's a legend, I think. I don't know if it's true.
I had heard I had heard that the wood story was sort of the legend, but the actual story was much more grim.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't want to hear it then.
Yeah, that it was human teeth.
Oh, my.
From another source.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
thank you for that.
Yeah, we're not going to go into that. Yeah, so here's the next one is what's in common. The first one is blanket, Daytona, and Sandy. What one word do these all have in common?
Blanket, Daytona, and Sandy.
Yep.
Beach.
Beach. There you go. There you go.
Oh, good.
All right, the next one here. This one should be easy. Buttered, movie, or microwave.
Oh, yeah. I know that one. Does
Yeah?
Lavonne know it?
Popcorn.
Yes.
Popcorn. There you go. There you go. Then the next one here. Pledge, lime, or law.
Pledge, lime.
Lemon.
Lemon. There you go.
Lemon.
There you
Oh,
go.
lemon pledge. Okay.
Does Washington State have lemon laws? Surely they do,
I
right?
think so. I'm not sure. I think so.
I was always I've bought a couple lemons in my life, and one in particular, the car died on the way home from the dealership.
Oh, no.
And,
Oh, no.
I tried invoking the lemon law and found out that it only applies to new vehicles.
Oh, and that could be here, too.
It
you know.
doesn't apply to used vehicles, and I was stuck with repairs on a car I had put less than 5 miles on. Yeah, I
Well,
was pretty
years
upset about
ago,
that.
they used to say that if you bought a used car, figure you're going to spend $200 before you drive it
Yeah.
in repairs.
Yeah.
Now, and that was 25 years ago, so I don't know what it is now. I'm sure it's much more.
I once our car that we had when we first bought it, and needed some. It had like one of those little, like little plastic things under the fenders that was damaged, and they were like, "Yeah, bring it on back, and we'll fix. Take the car now, and then bring it back and fix it." And I forgot to bring the car back, and then I waited too long, and I called them up like 6 months later. I'm like, "Can you still fix that?" And they're like, "No."
Oh. Well,
I don't blame 'em.
we bought an RV a couple years ago, and then last year Gino was in and out of convalescent centers, and so I had a couple of repairs that should have been done, that should have been under warranty, and I took it in last summer, and they said, well, the warranty expired in April, but if you contact the manufacturer. And so I did. I contacted the manufacturer, let them know what was, told them my situation and how I hadn't used the motorhome, and they covered the whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh. All right, so we have one more here, and then we're gonna go ahead and head to break. Last one here is bed, sun, and seed.
Bed.
Say it again.
Bed, sun, and seed.
It's not head.
Nope.
Bed.
Bed, sun,
And seed.
and seed. I don't know. Nope.
How about
Nothing.
burn? Not burn. I see.
No.
Bedhead, sunburn,
Oh.
bird seed. I'm just thinking of words that go with these different words. Have you got a hint for us? A clue?
This is something that's outdoors.
Okay. A flower.
Flower. That's right. There you go. There you go. Flower
Oh.
bed, sunflower, and flower seed.
Seeds.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good.
All right, so that about wraps us up for the first half of the show. We're going to go ahead and head to break. Thank our sponsors. You're listening to KCHW Morning Show. We will be right back.
It's 8:02.
You're listening to Northern Lights Public Radio on 102.7 KCHW. Chewelah, Colville, Kettle Falls.
From Feature Story News in London, I'm Ollie Barrett. Israel and the US say they're reviewing a Hamas response to a framework proposal for a new Gaza ceasefire. It's reported to include a truce for more Israeli hostages to be exchanged for further Palestinian prisoners. US Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas has survived an impeachment attempt in the House of Representatives after several Republicans broke ranks within their party. Congressional Republicans had sought to oust Mayorkas over the surge in migration at the southern border. Ira Spitzer reports.
The failure to oust Mayorkas is a blow to the Republican Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, who had expressed confidence that he'd be able to wrangle enough votes despite his party's razor-thin majority in the House. However, Democrats and 3 Republicans voted no on the measure, expressing concern that impeaching Mayorkas on constitutional grounds over a dispute about U.S. border policy would set a dangerous precedent. A 4th Republican changed his vote to no for a final tally of 216 to 214. However, that was done on procedural grounds to give Republicans the possibility of bringing up the issue again after one of its members, Steve Scalise, returns to the chamber from medical leave.
Prince William resumes royal duties on Wednesday, with King Charles having returned to Sandringham following his cancer diagnosis. William took time away from royal engagements while his wife, the Princess of Wales, recovered from abdominal surgery. On Tuesday, Prince Harry met with his father, King Charles, in London before the King and Queen headed back to their Sandringham estate in Norfolk. It's reported William and Harry have no plans to meet while the latter visits from the US. Royal biographer Tina Brown says family relations remain strained.
Charles terribly wants this reunion with Harry, and I think that honestly Harry feels regret about his father and a desire to be close. The difficulty is that I think there is absolutely no way in the world that William either wants Harry back or feels comfortable with Harry coming back. How they work that out, I think, is going to be painful, but I would hope very much that something could be worked out because the House of Windsor needs Harry.
Police in Thailand have charged former Prime Minister Thaksin with defamation against the monarchy over comments he made almost a decade ago. It comes weeks before his possible release from prison, where he's serving time for abuse of power and corruption charges. Patrick Fock reports.
Thai officials say the charges against Thaksin Shinawatra are related to an interview he gave in 2015 while in South Korea. It comes following a complaint filed by the military government that ran Thailand following a coup in 2014. Thaksin's sister, Yingluck, led the country before the takeover. A spokesman for the Attorney General's office says the delay in acting on the complaint was due to Thaksin's absence from the country. Thaksin served as Prime Minister twice but was overthrown in a 2006 coup.
For bureaus worldwide, this is FSN.
With FSN Spotlight, I'm Simon Marks. Yesterday, we heard a contrarian view of the wisdom of the US and UK's ongoing attacks on Houthi rebel targets in Yemen and the widening use of American power against Iranian proxies in Iraq and eastern Syria. Today, the view of someone who thinks the US must remain engaged in the region and not yield to Iran's desire to play an expansionist role there. It comes from Admiral James Stavridis, a retired 4-star naval officer who is now operating officer of the Carlyle Group, a global investing firm. He spoke on Tuesday at an event hosted by Foreign Policy magazine.
Many Americans are deeply frustrated by the Middle East. You know, it's Hamas and Hezbollah and Shias and Sunnis and terrorists, and it just all looks like one massive, confusing, difficult mess. Why can't we just leave? But it's not smart. If we did, we'll leave a vacuum. Iran will sweep into it. We will rue that strategic decision.
Admiral Stavridis had a busy day on Tuesday. He joined 24 other former top military figures on Capitol Hill, urging members of Congress to back fresh funding for Ukraine, an effort that appears completely stalled after the latest moves to tie support for Ukraine to tougher measures on America's southern border were declared dead on arrival by Republican leaders. With FSN Spotlight, I'm Simon Marks.
To recap the top stories, Israel and the US say they're reviewing a Hamas response to a framework proposal for a new Gaza ceasefire. US Homeland Security Secretary Mayorkas has survived an impeachment attempt in the House of Representatives. Prince William resumes royal duties on Wednesday, with King Charles having returned to Sandringham after his cancer diagnosis, and police in Thailand have charged former Prime Minister Thaksin with defamation against the monarchy. That's the latest feature story news. Ollie Barrett reporting.
It's 8:07.
Your KCHW Morning Show, made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chewelah. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW-FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chewelah Flooring.
Chewelah Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chewelah Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Dell Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at CheWelahFlooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at CheWelahFlooring@gmail.com.
Chewelah Motel and RV Park. Chewelah Motel and RV Park, located at 301 South Park Street in Chewelah, offers 14 single or double rooms, each with a refrigerator and microwave, in-room coffee station, Wi-Fi, cable, and 58-inch screen television. 2 Airbnb options are available, both with full kitchens, coffee, and a 65-inch smart TV. They also feature 26 full hookup RV spots with 30-amp service. For reservations, they can be reached at 509-935-4763 or CheWelahMotelAndRVPark.com. Chewelah Motel and RV Park, 301 South Park Street in Chewelah.
This is KCHW 102.7.
Good morning. Welcome back to part 2 of the KCHW Morning Show. We had our little break there. We are back here with Kristine Dowell. She is from Country Chevrolet. Tell us a little bit about the program that you're here to talk about, Kristine.
Well, good morning. Thank you for having me. I work for Country Chevy as the outreach director for Corey Fitzgerald, and we are everything that is community. So we support events, anything having to do with sponsorship, charity, anything that makes the community better.
Yeah. Actually, can I get you just a little closer
Sure.
to the mic? There you go. There you go. And I realized too that our camera it got unplugged. So
great.
So I'm just gonna let you keep going here and tell us a
Sure.
little bit about your program while I get your camera up and going here. So
Sure.
Anybody watching on the Facebook feed will be there's a still image of the seat. She's actually sitting in the seat, but it's
I was wondering about this.
Yeah, it's a ghost seat right now. That's
It
actually
is.
kind of fun. All right, sorry to interrupt you there. Go ahead.
So right now we're working with Colville Animal Sanctuary. I do a little thing every month. I put up or an event that's going on within Stevens County or the community or outreaching areas to help with anything that might be needed to support them. So right now we're with the Animal Colville Sanctuary, and we are having a little event where you bring in a small bag of cat food or dog food to help our pets in need. There's a lot of need for that that we're living in right now. So that's kind of fun. Working closely with the Pregnancy Crisis Center. That's been an amazing, eye-opening experience as well. So
Very cool. And I did have an email here from the Colville Animal Sanctuary that we'll talk about later. They're
great.
They're doing some cool stuff. They have some pets available right now for adoption, I believe.
Yes.
That they're trying to find homes for. So,
yes.
So that's exciting.
Yeah.
So What are some of the other things you've been working on lately? I remember there was you did some stuff with the creamery lately.
Yeah, the Columbia Community Creamery. Worked very hard with them. That was a lot of fun. That was one of my favorite things to support for fresh milk to our community that provides nourishing whole milk to our kids and families. So that was a lot of fun.
And I remember I was there once, and you were having a competition to name the cow on the mural. Yeah. So that is over, right?
That is over.
So can you share with us the name of the cow on the mural?
Buttermilk.
Buttermilk. That's right.
Oh wait, I'm sorry, Buttercup. Buttercup.
Buttercup.
Buttercup.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Yes.
You
They
know,
won a gift package with that if they guessed the cow, and
nice.
It was fun. We had a good time with that.
That is awesome. So is there what else can you tell us? I'm sorry, I got distracted doing the cameras, and I realized I have us on the wrong camera again.
I see on my Facebook that you're on there twice.
Yeah, I'm on there twice because I plugged in the wrong camera.
Yep.
So how long have you been with Country Chevrolet? Is this a new program that's been started
It will be
recently?
a year. Okay. And I just want to thank right now Corey Fitzgerald. He's the owner, and he is an amazing human being. He supports my ideas, backs me. He's never said no to me. We have a meeting every week, and we talk about the things that we're doing in the community.
Nice.
Our dealership is more than just a dealership. It's family.
Nice.
And it feels good to be in that. It's taken a while to find my way in Colville. I'm not from here, so it's a really nice job, and I feel very fortunate to have it. Hi.
There you are. I got you. It's not quite centered, but you're on camera. I'll
Good
get
to
that
meet
fixed.
you.
So yeah, that's awesome. So tell us about sort of the origins of this program and how it came about. And
I think it's just something Corey wanted to do. It was something that he, wanted to have in our work, our place of work, just reaching out and helping community and bringing hope to our community. Mm-hmm. He's very passionate about that. And it's just something I think that he's been wanting to do for a while.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, that's yeah, I've heard some of the other programs, like I said, some of the other programs you guys have been doing, and it's great to see local businesses that are
Yes.
really reaching out to the community
Yes.
and doing stuff. So yeah, so I'm sorry. What you guys have? So things going on all the time. We talked a little bit about what we have coming up with the Colville Animal Sanctuary. I would like to find that email really quick because now it's they said,
Sure.
I think they sent me pictures of the puppies,
Sure.
or they might have come by Winterfest.
Okay.
And seen
So,
some of those.
While you're looking that up,
Yeah.
Gino's listening to us, and he
Oh.
said it's the Hiawatha Trail.
The Hiawatha Trail.
Over there in Idaho, and we've biked it a few times. It's a fun bike trail.
Right.
Yeah. It just escaped me the name. So I'm
good
glad
to
we have at
know.
least one listener.
Aw. Hey, Gino.
Hi, Gina.
Okay, so this is from February 10th. There's going to be an adoption special. They're going to be 50% off that normal adoption fee. That's from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on February 10th. Is this one of the things you guys are sponsoring? Is this Adoption Day?
We know about it. I mean, we're bringing awareness
Mm-hmm.
in this center. So I set up an area every month for a community or business, and I put it up on the bulletin board so people can read it when they come in. This is one of the things that we are supporting.
Very cool. So they said right now they have 35 cats or kittens available, and at least 4 dogs. They're going to have puppies, but not on their website.
Right.
I had to read that a couple times. So
Yeah.
so that'll be great. And I don't remember. It might have been Becky that was walking around during Winterfest with the puppies.
Yep, she had a couple of
Yeah.
them. Yep.
Yeah,
She was sitting on a bench and letting people pet the dogs. Yeah.
Oh.
My kid kept sending me pictures and saying, "Do we need another dog? Do we need another dog?"
No.
We do not need a fifth dog in our house.
I know. I'm hearing this and thinking, oh, do I have room? No. Damn it.
Does anyone need 4 or 5 cats?
I know I'm not popular with cat lovers, but I'm not real crazy about cats.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We have one, and the dogs haven't really gotten accustomed to the cat yet. So the cat spends most of his time in the kids' room.
Oh.
The cat would love to get out more often, and we have a glass door sort of separating the hallway to the bedroom, and that we put up specifically for the cat.
Uh-huh.
And yes, the cat will just sit there licking its paws and wanting to go out, and the dogs are sitting there growling at him through the door, and the cat will just like, oh, I want to be your friend, and the dogs don't want to be the cat's friend.
You're afraid they'll eat him? Eat the cat?
They probably won't, and 3 of the 4 dogs are free. Like we'll let the one dog out, and the other 3, the cat can roam around the house with the other 3 dogs. But there's one dog in particular that just, I think his chase drive is a bit strong.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's I don't know. We don't know what he would do yet, so we've never let him get introduced.
You don't want to find out.
Yeah, it's terrible. So you do some others. I know we're going to have you on later in the month again. Was it this month or next month?
It's next month.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm considering doing some pageantry work again. I shall see. I'm looking into it. For Mrs. United States or Mrs. Washington. I'm not sure.
That's cool. And you've done that in the past, right?
Yes, I was Mrs. Woodby Island and Mrs. Leavenworth.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we have a celebrity in the studio.
That's
that
right.
is so fun.
That's right. With celebrity neighbor.
That's funny.
And you were telling us you used to have a celebrity neighbor. We don't need to talk about that if you don't want to, but
Carl Weathers.
He
was
the great Carl
celebrity
Weathers.
neighbor on Woodby Island.
Yeah.
Telling
us stories about what a great guy he was.
Yeah, very nice man.
I could imagine.
Yeah, he just passed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
He seems like he was such a nice guy, but we'll miss him.
Yep.
It hit me hard. Celebrity deaths very rarely. It's usually somebody you don't know. It's like, oh, they died. That's Anyway, what's next? But yeah, there's every once in a while one hits hard, and we grew up with Carl Weathers, and he was in so much of our favorite movies. Growing up as kids. That that one was that, and he was still acting. He was still doing stuff recently.
Really?
I
didn't know about that.
I believe he was in a couple of the one of the Mandalorian series.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So. Yeah, let's go ahead. So I'm sorry. I'm at a loss for words. I get distracted because of the camera thing, and now I'm just all
No,
verklempt.
I was gonna say that I went down for a tour of the animal sanctuary, and it was impressive. Very clean, so well organized, and it smells great. That was huge. When you're walking into a shelter,
that is a big thing.
It's a big thing to me. So
shelters generally have a smell.
Yeah.
And for one to not have...
Yeah. There's it's very sterile, very clean, and they care, and there's just this wonderful staff, very knowledgeable and very into what they're doing. They wanted me to come down and volunteer, or they'd asked for that. So I told them I would fill out a form and volunteer when I could a few times, but they are in definite need of volunteering to just come in and be with the animals for a couple hours, pet them, just be with them, give them attention. That's a huge thing. Answering phone calls, being at the desk. So they're really in need of some stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then dog food and cat food. And this is for some people that are just having a hard time at the end of the month, and they can't feed, they don't have a lot to feed the animal towards the end of the month because they're on a budget.
Mm-hmm.
And so it just kind of supplements their income and helps them out once in a while when they need it.
Nice.
Yeah.
So does the dog and cat food, where does that go? Does it go to the...
You can bring it to Country Chevy, and my goal is 150 bags by the end of February.
Okay, and then where do you take it?
I take it to the shelter for them.
To the shelter. Because I've also heard that the food banks
like to have
dog and cat food. donated.
Cool.
Yeah.
And
So-
we are working closely with the food banks as well for
Okay.
our outreach community program.
Nice. How have you gotten many bags so far?
I have a few. Yeah, people are starting to come in.
Oh, good.
So I've put the word out, and
the bigger
it's
the
fun.
bag, the better.
That's right.
They're actually asking for small bags.
Well,
they said that
don't listen to me.
Sharon.
So yeah, they're asking for just small bags of cat food and dog food.
Okay, but if I had a big bag, would they?
You can bring it in.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
we'll take it.
Bring a gallon Ziplocs with it so she can put it into small bags.
There you go. I was going to bring in some cat litter today to bring to them, and I totally forgot about it.
Right.
I was running late this morning, and I just headed out the door in a hurry, and it was sitting right by the door. I had it ready, so I'll get it to him later. But yeah, I've gotten to know Janet a little bit from the Friday market. We had a booth across from each other a couple times over the
Right.
summer. Talked about some of the stuff they're doing over there. I've met her husband, who is not only works for the animal shelter, volunteers at the animal shelter. He is, I believe, he is the vice president of the golf course.
Yes, I think so, because
Yeah.
he gives reports at Chamber on
I've
Friday
heard,
mornings.
I've heard of them.
Mhm.
And he's also the president. We had a really great conversation the other day of the local ham radio club.
Mm-hmm.
And that's cool. I have a really great poster that he gave me of all the different radio frequencies
Right.
and a whole bunch of stuff that we were kind of geeking out on, and it was a great conversation with him.
Yeah, we talked about that last week. They were having classes in the basement of the golf course.
Yeah.
At the same time, you guys were having the light in the darkness.
Yeah.
So you could go to both places if you wanted to.
I kept seeing people walking around with this cake, and I'm like, we don't have any cake at our event.
I'll take the cake.
Right? So I walked down there and I talked to him a little bit, and I got a piece of cake.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah. I kept looking over at the cake, and he's like, "Do you want a piece of cake?" I'm like, "Yes, please." I went for the cake and stayed for the conversation.
Oh, good.
Or something like that. One or the
Yeah.
other. One way or another, but yeah. It was fun.
So this might not be right, but is the Silverado part of you?
Yeah, I'm involved in the Silverado,
Okay.
and I work for
Yeah.
the Silverado also.
Yeah.
And you what? I'm sorry?
I work for the Silverado
Yes.
also, so that's really nice.
Well,
That's
and you know-
Corey's newspaper.
Yeah, and that's a free. It comes to
It's-
everybody, and I read it from cover to cover
Yes.
because you've got some really interesting articles in there.
It's amazing. It's
Yeah.
positive. It's fun. There's
Yeah.
nothing negative in it. It's interesting.
Yep.
People love it.
Yep.
I get compliments and phone calls every week about it. It's just a
Nice.
great newspaper.
It is. It is.
So what's your role within the newspaper?
Well, I'm outreach director,
Mhm.
and then I do ads.
Okay.
And I work closely with Nathan Noble, and he is the chief and editor of the Silverado.
Okay. Yeah, I know K.S. Brooks, one of our good friends here at the radio station. She fills in from time to time when we have
Nice.
a co-host that's not going to be able to make it to the show, and
Right.
man, she's a
And she
prolific
writes
writer.
stuff-
Yeah, she writes.
Yeah.
She writes for the Silverado. She writes for the Independent. She fills in here. She's making
Yeah.
movies.
Good
She's,
for her.
I had somebody the other day tell me, "Man, Chuck, you work almost as hard as Kat Brooks." And I was like, that is either a
nobody
great
works as hard as Kat Brooks.
right? That is either
Yeah.
a great compliment or, man, I need to slow down.
I was supposed to have lunch with her a few weeks ago, but we all came down with a nice bug.
Oh, I know you were telling me about that. That's it's been
The
going
whole
around.
dealership just went through us all. So
Oh
here
wow,
we are.
Did you have to close anything down, or were you able to at least stay
Oh
functioning?
no,
or-
we stay. I
Okay.
mean, one would get well and one would go down, and one it was just back and
Oh.
forth for a few weeks.
That sounds like a large family
Oh,
when you
yes.
get things go
Yes.
through your
Right?
family. Yeah. And 6 weeks later, mom gets to come out because she's been home with the kids with chicken pox as they want one through another. Yeah.
Is that your role? Are you the mom there?
Yeah, I've been called the shop mom.
Nice.
Yeah, I have a few guys that are like, "Oh, I just love the snacks that you buy. We have this amazing snack bar for our customers,
Mm-hmm.
and all the crew and our team love to go in and grab a snack, and so always kind of trying to fill it up with stuff that everybody enjoys.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Where's our work snack, Sharon?
I'm not in charge.
You're our radio mom.
Oh, only on Wednesday mornings.
Oh, okay.
I guess I should bring something, huh?
I guess I'm the radio dad. I should probably be the one that brings the snacks, huh?
Yeah, if you can do the laundry at your house, you can do the snacks.
Right?
Yeah.
I'll get Tom to bring them in. Tom should be our radio dad. He's been around the longest. So.
Yep.
Yeah. That's Dr. Jazz for anybody that doesn't know.
Oh yeah, I enjoy his shows.
I do too. He was in. I had a couple family members in my house that have been not feeling well last couple of days. So I stayed late last night and slept on the couch just to kind of keep from getting it myself. And I got to spend a nice evening last night with Tom.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we
Good.
hung out and talked in between songs, and
Yeah.
it was a good night.
Yeah, he's got so much knowledge, or either that or he knows where to find it. But it's just so interesting when he talks about all the different recording artists and things.
He is a jazz maniac.
Yeah.
Man, that guy, if it's jazz, he knows about it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very cool stuff. So it sounds like you guys have a lot of. I mean, I'm excited to have you guys here. I'm excited to we've been talking for a while about some stuff. We don't need to talk about sponsorship stuff on the air, but I know we've been just going back and forth and discussing some stuff, and we got a great gift basket from you guys, and I appreciate that. I use that cooler bag all the time.
Great.
And you see,
yes.
I've got.
You still have it.
Where's my country Chevrolet bear? I had my little country Chevrolet bear sitting on the monitor, and I think it probably fell back behind.
Okay. I see how it is.
Either that or one of our DJs didn't like it and threw it somewhere. I don't. Lavonne, did your dog grab it?
Yes. Of course. Yeah, that's who she should always blame for everything.
Right. Always blame the dog.
That's what dogs are for.
That's right. That's why we have them to blame. You blame them for the smells. You blame them for the missing shoes.
That's right.
Yeah. So we're gonna blame the dog. But I do have it around here somewhere.
So do you post where you're helping in the Silverado?
We do have some stories in there. Yeah. When I went to the Columbia Creamery, I really noticed a story needed to be told, just because it was. So I don't know. There was just she really believed in what she was doing. It was during COVID, and nobody could find affordable milk, or there was no milk on the shelf, and she didn't like being in that position of our community and our children and our families not having affordable milk. So her story is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just wanted to do a story on it.
So right now everybody can help by dog and cat food, but my question is, do you always put in the Silverado how we can help? Because we don't always know how we can help.
I posted on the Country Chevy Facebook site. I post it everywhere. I can post it on any social media. And it does go into the Silverado if we can get it in there, depending on what it is.
Okay.
But yes, I mean, a lot of people hear about it. A lot of people come in. I just want to have this outreach go further than Stevens County, all over Washington. I want to do other things in different places, just to be a support to people. I think people are really wanting, especially in our community, I'm noticing they really want a connection. Mm-hmm. They want hope. They want real. They want authentic.
Yes.
And they just want to be there for each other.
Exactly.
And it's amazing. And I've seen some amazing things happening. There's a lot of opportunity here. There's a lot of growth. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of prosperity coming.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never lived, it's been years since I've lived anywhere else. But I just think everybody cares in this area.
They do.
They care about each other. And if there's a need out there, there are people that want to fill that need.
Yes.
And so to let them know the needs, that's what, that's our communication problem. And that's why we're having you on today.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
And I've heard a lot of people, after COVID, politics, COVID, everything, the last few years have been pretty full of strife. There's been a lot of, I think people are ready to just stop. And I've heard a lot of commentary, a lot of people saying it seems like 2024 is, maybe it's hopeful, maybe it's, pie in the sky, but it seems like this is kind of going to be the year where we just kind of, 2024 is going to be our year, I think. I think it's going to be a year where things kind of turn around and we get sort of back on track and stop with all the nonsense. So
it feels really good.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of change, and I think there was a time when COVID hit, and then in the last couple years, everybody was talking about, I'm trying to rest. I'm trying to recover. I'm trying to recoup. I'm trying to heal up from this whole event. And then nobody really went back into their dreams or their hopes or desires or their jobs.
Right.
And it's okay to rest and recover, but it's okay to get back to work and start dreaming and living our lives again.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think, I know there's a lot of organizations that have a lot of stuff planned for 2024. There's a lot of cool stuff going on, things being built, things being created, programs being implemented. I know I've talked to quite a few people. It seems like every other person I talk to is starting a new business. And things are, it seems like we're finally starting to get back into the swing of things and ready to, we've had, like you said, we've had our rest period and we're just kind of ready to get back out and live life again.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we want to report on it here at the radio station. We want to let people know what's going on. Yeah.
And we're all rested and full of this energy and just ready to
it's time to get back to life.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that, and I see that and I feel it. And that's what it excites me, and I want to jump into it and help and be there.
It's really cool to see the stuff you guys are doing, and I've been kind of following it for a while, and since I met you, and it seems like every month you guys are doing something new and following something new, and I'm excited to see what the future holds. I'm really excited about our relationship with KCHW and your guys' organization. I think we'll do some great stuff. So
right now I'd like to I'm trying to find women who own businesses and women who have their own businesses, and I'd like to talk to the women who kind of run the Stevens County area. There is a lot out there. And get us all together and see what we can do for you from Country Chevrolet. And just put our heads together and our ideas together. That's my next step. And then working with my brothers and sisters in the tribal community. That's a huge thing that's coming.
Absolutely.
It's just that excites me more than anything. So, we've got a lot going on.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm with the Creative District. We've been in talks with the representatives of the Spokane tribe, and we're coming up with some cool stuff coming up. We've applied for a couple of grants to do among other things, a land acknowledgement in the park.
Oh wow, yeah.
And do some tribal art
so
throughout the Friday Market area.
Isn't that the horse monument that's? Are we doing anything with that?
That is separate. I think that project's getting put on hold till the spring. It didn't quite get done before
because we're working with that.
Yeah.
Oh,
are you? I guess that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Country Chevrolet is working with that horse monument. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be a great thing to get into. It's obviously we couldn't put it in during the winter. Well, we had no way of knowing that there wasn't going to be a winter, so maybe it could have happened, but those are things you can't plan for. I think there was a lot of things. If I had known that weather would have been like this, I wouldn't have secured all my stuff for building that deck that I never got to last year. I would have went ahead and built that thing, So Lavonne can attest.
There's still time.
She sees all my lumber piled up every time she goes out her front door. Well, before we catch up here, is there anything else you want to tell us about Country Chevrolet, or you're more than welcome to stick around for the rest of the show?
I just want to thank my amazing husband who puts up with my crazy schedule.
Yes.
He's been doing his own laundry lately.
Oh, that's funny.
Kind of making his own dinners, that type of thing. But and then just my amazing team at Country Chevy: Steve Wallace, Chris LeCare, and all the sales team, the service department, and the mechanics that do such an amazing job. You have backed me, talked to me, helped me. You're kind to me. It's just, I don't know. It's just a great place to be. And I found my niche. I finally came out of Seattle and into here. And I was in such a fast-paced life that it's just kind of nice to find something that I love doing and I'm passionate about.
That's awesome.
That is.
You know, and I think finding your little place in life is
it's huge. It makes a huge
important.
difference.
Yeah.
And not everybody gets to, you know.
No.
Yeah.
So many people toil away and they just never really,
Yeah.
you know, feel like they're doing what they love. And, you know, it's not always about the money.
Right.
You know I love what I do here, and it's certainly not about the money.
Yeah.
Well, I love what I do over at the Center for the Arts, and I get no money.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I figure my retirement from working for the school district and my Social Security pays my wages.
Well, talk about a woman who's given to the community for years and years, and
I think it's important to do what you love,
Yeah,
even if you're
absolutely.
not getting paid.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so once again, you're looking for women business owners.
I'm looking for. You can contact me through the Country Chevrolet Facebook. You can call us. You can email. I mean, you can come in. You can always come in and meet me.
Mm-hmm.
Just come down and ask for Kristine, and I'll come down and bring you up to the office, and we'll chit-chat. But we're doing lots of sponsorships right now, lots of community events. Corey was at the basketball game last night and did the hoop shoots for money. So that was a lot of fun at halftime. I'm excited to hear more about that. But we're really heavily involved in the sports area as well, which is a big deal for us.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And of course, you look around, you see all these, all the organizations, all the nonprofits, and everybody doing community work, and you look at the ratio of women in these groups, and it's some of them may be behind the scenes, some of them are up front, but man, women run the place. I'm telling you.
I was just at the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation dinner on Saturday night, and I think it was all women that. You know, there were so many women running it and setting it up, and they did such an amazing job. It was a great dinner, a great cause, and a great auction.
Well, and I can't speak for the other men, but I know even when it's my face in front of stuff, if my wife wasn't behind me, being the one with the brains, you know, I wouldn't be able to do any of the stuff I do if I didn't have someone much smarter than me behind me, kind of pushing me out there.
I know my husband feels like that too.
Making me look good, yeah, right.
I think we complement each other. That's why we need each other.
We balance each other out.
Exactly.
Oh,
I'm ever. You guys ever going to show up? You going to come home? What are you doing? It's 9:00, Chuck. You're supposed to be off work at noon. So for those of on Facebook, we just lost our Facebook feed. Looks like we're having some internet troubles. Oh, that's weird.
That's too bad.
Yeah, that doesn't happen. But it just now happened. Luckily, I think we caught the end of your interview.
Well, thank you so much for everything. Just having me here and.
Yeah, no problem.
Getting the word out.
Yeah, and sorry once again about the camera problems at the beginning. That's.
Do we still have? Or am I on camera? Or
you are on camera. We're still.
Hello.
We're still going on Facebook, we're still going on YouTube. But it looks like we've lost our Facebook feed.
Oh, okay. Darn it.
So yeah, we should still, if you want to share this later, we should still be able to go to that YouTube feed.
Okay.
It's a KCHW Tube.
Great.
But it does look like we have now lost our Facebook feed, and that's unfortunate, but that's live radio.
Yes.
All right, so Sharon, let's go ahead and get back to our normal stuff here.
Okay.
And if I can get back over here, let's go ahead and get to the news attack. This is where the first part of the story is true.
Okay.
The second part is a dumb joke.
Okay.
What's that?
Do you want me to take this off?
We love our dumb jokes.
You can leave it on.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
3 million smart toothbrushes were hijacked and used to carry out a cyber attack. The hackers really got into the nooks and crannies of the internet. Oh, how silly.
Are there smart toothbrushes, really?
I don't know.
Oh, my goodness.
Smart.
I mean, I've heard of electric toothbrushes, but what do smart toothbrushes do?
I don't know.
Can they tell you if your teeth are clean?
Or find your cavities?
Right?
It's weird.
That is weird.
Huh.
But the Colgate is introducing the Cyberspin brush. It's when you want to stop cavities and steal passwords.
Oh, that's another groaning type thing. Oh.
That's funny.
Womp, womp, womp. Go ahead, Lavonne.
Okay, a study found older men with low levels of testosterone may die sooner than other men with their age with normal testosterone levels. Oh. And then just one more reason to keep Grandpa wrestling.
Oh my gosh.
I think that helps.
Why do I find that one disturbing?
Just a little.
Wow.
That is a little disturbing.
And up next we have a month after a cabin door panel incident on an Alaska Airlines flight, all Boeing 737 MAX 9 aircraft are back to flying. They fixed it by adding, check for potential giant holes to the pre-flight checklist.
I believe I was actually, because that was the same flight I was on just a couple days before that happened.
Yeah.
Wow. I do believe I may have been on that plane just a couple days before that. We got stuck.
You got to be kidding me.
Yeah, no. A lot of people got stuck, but we were stuck in Seattle. We had to fly standby with a family of 4 on full planes. They were trying to get out all those planes that had been delayed, all those flights that had been canceled.
That's crazy.
The airports were nuts. They were asking people, they were giving away free plane tickets for people that would check on their carry-ons instead of bringing them onto the plane because they were overloaded and they're worried about there wasn't room in the overhead bins for everybody's stuff.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a wild experience. I'm glad we weren't on the plane, and I'm especially glad nobody got seriously injured.
Yeah.
Luckily, thank goodness everyone was wearing their seatbelts. Imagine if it had been, in a part of the flight where no one had their belts on, and that door would have just flown open. That would have been horribly tragic.
Well, as it says in the next one, the pilot would say, and for those of you in the window seats, if you'll hang on tight, we'll soon open things up so you can reach out and touch the top of Denali. That must have been terrifying.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, I can. Yeah. Imagine, people had their clothes ripped off of their bodies.
Yes. It was horrible.
Yeah.
That is insane. I would love to find, I guess they found a couple of people's cell phones undamaged on the ground afterward.
Oh, really?
Imagine if you had your camera going when that happened.
Yeah.
It's as horribly terrifying as it is. I want to see that footage.
Oh.
I wouldn't.
I mean, if somebody had actually gotten hurt or injured, probably not. But but only because everybody's safe. I think it would be interesting to see that footage.
Yeah.
So happy 5th birthday to the National Bobblehead Hall of Fame Museum in Milwaukee, which has the largest collection of bobbleheads in the world. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So how can you tell the difference between the museum and the gift shop? Is it just?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love bobbleheads.
Right?
They're so cute.
I've never actually owned a bobblehead.
Me either. But they look cute on the dash of an old pickup truck.
An old Chevy truck.
Yes.
There you
go. A study suggests that employers who offer employees time for a short afternoon nap will see increased productivity. Naps at work, or as I call it, practicing for retirement in the break room.
No.
But I don't nap much, and I've been retired for a few years now. I'm busier than when I was working.
Well, I have 2 couches right here in my office, so if I ever need to take a nap, I could.
I
just go ahead and do it.
So that's where we tell Laura you are.
Yeah, I'm napping
taking
in the studio.
a nap.
If naps is so great for productivity, why does my boss still look so surprised, Chuck, when I bring my blanket to a meeting? I have what I call involuntary naps pretty much every day.
I think we need to get over this nap thing.
Yeah?
This has been a huge thing for 3 years. Everybody thinks we need to bring in naps and all these big breaks to work and stuff.
Really?
You know, yeah, it's a recovery. I need a rest. I need a break.
Yeah.
I have
Don't get over it. It's good for you.
Yeah.
I love the idea of napping. Right? I have a hard time committing to the nap.
Right.
Like I do, like Lavonne said, I do involuntary naps, and there's a lot of times if I stop
Voluntary
moving.
naps.
Yeah. And that you're just sitting in a chair and all of a sudden your head is going.